40% against rights. I had no idea, none whatsoever. In fact, now that I even think about it, I still have no idea, because I think I read somewhere that a Japanese designer is behind the 40%. I can't even remember what it is. 40% against rights concept, a brand from the 90s that's making a little comeback with a collaboration with Nike. And I had to find out what it was. What does 40% against rights mean? I thought maybe it was political and something against political systems, especially with a lot of tension in the political arena right now, especially in North America and in the UK and Europe and stuff like that. But it's not. It's got nothing to do with that. It's to do with art. And the concept behind it is that if a piece of art loses 40% of its original identity, then it no longer represents what it originally was. I'm not entirely sure how to explain that, except through the shoe itself, because what we're looking at today is a Nike SB Dunk High 40% against rights tie-up. But if you have a quick look at it, I mean, very quick look, you're like, bang, there's an Air Jordan 6 tongue on there. And that's the concept that they're going for, is that they're taking an SB Dunk High and they're trading out some of the signature features on it in such a way that it will make you, the consumer out there, ask the question if this really is an SB Dunk High, or have they changed enough, more than 40% according to the brand. If they've changed more than 40% of it out so that it's no longer the SB Dunk High, then it's lost its identity. It's no longer what it originally is. You can decide for yourself whether or not you agree or disagree with that. But what I'm going to decide is that I think this is an absolutely fire sneaker. I really, really dig it. And the reason I really dig it the most is because having looked at it kind of in detail, I really love it on my channel. Really love it on my channel when I get to, I choose the shoes that I'm going to look at in a week. I go through websites and whatnot, and Twitter and Instagram, all those kind of things, looking for which shoes I want to talk about, and usually it's just the ones that catch my eye, and the ones that I like the most are the ones that catch my eye, and then when I dive into them and dig a little bit deeper, there's more that comes out. It's not just what it looked like at first glance, and that's what these guys are, very much so, a real fire sneaker. So without further ado, let's get into the Nike SB Dunk High 40% against rights. This is a Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel, Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker Channel です。毎日アップするので、毎日見てください。And every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And today is no different as we look at the Nike SB Dunk High 40% against rights. I should get the acronym right. FPAR, FPAR, sounds like FPAR, 40% against rights, FPAR, because that FPAR branding is all over these sneakers, and I'm sure to get it wrong, and if I do get it wrong, I won't cut it out. I never cut out my mistakes on the videos, I just leave them in there for the world to see, because the world watches my videos. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, is this FPAR, the 40% against rights tie-up, and the things, like I said, is when I dove in to research this sneaker, there was more to it than met the eye, which is always a pleasant thing to see. And there's some real classic, unique detailing on here that'll be cool to bring you guys today. But before that, this is a YouTube channel, and I do always call out for subscribers, but I'm also calling out for watch time. If you could watch for as long as possible, that would be great, because my watch time is lagging behind my subscribers, and I need the two of them to be on a par together. So if you could watch for as long as possible, I would appreciate it. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every single one of my videos, 登録よろしくお願いします。あと先に英語で言ったのに、watch time ということ、長く見るのは大切なので、ぜひ、長く見ると助かるので、ぜひ登録やwatch timeやよろしくお願いします。Okay, now let's have a look at these guys, these sneakers. I'll be saving that butter movement stuff for the end of the video, as I always do, and we'll stick with the sneaker first. And it's a great concept, if you ask me, and it's been translated into this shoe really well, this 40% against rights idea, and it is that tongue that bears the brunt of the change from a regular SB Dunk High. So you've got this mashup going on there. Now the tongue itself looks great on these sneakers, and the main reason it looks great is because in two places. One is the colouring matches the rest of the colouring in the sneaker, the upper. It's not like they've gone for a pink tongue on a grey upper, you know, it's not. They've tried to blend it in so it looks like it's meant to be there. And I'm sure there'll be some people out there in the world who buy these guys thinking that this is what an SB Dunk High looks like. And I don't mind that. I have to admit, I don't really mind to see the tongue on there, and some people not to know the story behind it, because I think that's the point of the brand and the concept behind the brand. And speaking of brand, it's that branding on the tongue that they've really worked hard to kind of meld in with the SB Dunk High sort of features. At the top of the tongue, you've got the writing on there, but it's below that with the lace lock that I really, really dig it. Now, this is reflected later in the shoe. First and foremost, you can see that FPAR branding on the box that the shoe is sitting on. And it's that swoosh with the FPAR. Now, FPAR, it's 4 letters, FPAR. If you go back far enough, because Nike is 4 letters and FPAR is 4 letters, if you go back far enough, you can kind of squint your eyes and say, this looks like it says Nike and the swoosh in its regular sort of branding, and it's that I like. They're really, really playing on the edge, the limit of where Nike branding sort of ends and FPAR branding starts. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's a tiny detail, that lace lock on the front there and the lacing system right in front of that Jordan 6 tongue. Tiny detail, but it's one of my favorite features on this sneaker. And there are quite a lot of favorite features I have on the sneaker, such as the heel, which has exactly the same branding. So you've got it on the box, you've got it on the lace lock, and now you've got it on the heel with the FPAR and the swoosh there, which just is so close to being Nike and swoosh, but instead it's FPAR, and I just really like it. I think they've pushed it. They've pushed the envelope right to the very edge, right to the limit of that 40%. I think sneakerheads and lovers of sneakers and regular consumers are going to like these guys. Now, if they had pushed it too far and gone to 41%, and then it would have lost its identity and people would be like, no. So I think it's a sign of really taking a conscious effort to get that 40% against rights and get it in the sneaker at exactly the right level with exactly the right amount of branding. That they've done it, and they've done it well, and I really, really appreciate it about this sneaker. Now, but then there's a couple of places that I don't think have anything to do with that FPAR 40% concept. It's just branding, and there are 3 places where there's writing on here. But before okay, let's just go straight to it. I'm going to go behind the tongue, where behind the tongue there's a bit of writing on there which says trust no one. One of my favorite kind of features hidden on the inside of the sneaker, on the inside of the tongue, that says trust no one. And I like it when there's a hidden message on the inside. But that hidden message on the inside is reflected on the outside, on the swooshes of the sneakers. And on the swooshes there's 2 places where you can see a bit of writing. And I think what you need to do is read them in this order. I think you first have to read the one that says "Don't follow me," okay, which again, it echoes the branding. You know, it's but without being too in your face. You know, it's sort of like it makes you think about somebody who's going their own way and has got their own unique interpretation of things, and they're, you know, don't follow me, I'm going my own way. But then on the other swoosh it says I'm lost too. I think that's just great. It's like, I think it's the 2 on that I like. Don't follow me, I'm lost too, because you're lost as well. I'm lost and you're lost. It's not saying I'm lost so you don't follow me because you're not lost. We're both lost. We're all lost. But don't follow me because I'm lost too. So those 3 pieces of written branding on the sneaker there, I really appreciate. The trust no one on the back of the tongue, the don't follow me on one swoosh, and then I'm lost too on the other. And where I was going earlier when I said first, and then I decided no, I'm not going to go there. I was going to go to the swooshes themselves, but now I think it's the right time to go to the swooshes, because there are sort of 2 material a double half and half swoosh, a two-tone swoosh, where one part of the swoosh is the regular sort of leather materials, but the other half is a kind of funky looking mesh material. So playing with the regular swoosh, so it's not your regular swoosh, playing with the branding, so it's FPAR rather than Nike, playing with the tongue so that it's an Air Jordan 6 tongue. They've just played with enough so that it's cool and not too much so that people are kind of like, that doesn't work. And that to me is the message and the signature of the 40% Against Rights brand. The point is there in that kind of just riding a fine line between the two, and I think they've done a great job of it. So for me, it's a very much a yes. I'm sure that there are the people who follow the SB line. In my mind, people follow the SB low line more than they do the high, and I think there are quite a few people out there who collect SBs, lows especially. I hope that the people who collect the highs and like the SB highs aren't going to look at this and be like, no, that's a Frankenstein monster, you know what I mean? Hopefully that's not going to be the case. People are going to like it. But if they don't, please let me know in the comments down below. I do like it when people go against my opinions and tell me something else. In fact, I got a really great comment on the most recent shoe butter video. Actually, it was last week's shoe butter video from the shoe department, the return to shoe department video, where a guy was asking me and talking about his interpretation of the butter movement, and it was really nicely put. It wasn't aggressive, it wasn't like a fight sort of thing. It was just like he gave his opinion and then I countered that with my opinion. And I do like that when the comments down below lead to that, rather than just being somebody saying, well, you know, sort of thing. It wasn't aggressive or confrontation at all. It was a dialogue, which I appreciate. And speaking of butter movement stuff, I can't remember, actually, I don't know. If I haven't done it already, I'll stick up that playlist to the butter movement stuff here. We're gradually growing the channel, and the butter movement tie-up is obviously great for me. And we're still sort of feeling it out and seeing where it's going. I've been getting regular content from butter movement from shoe butter, and I'll hopefully be posting that regularly over the next few weeks. But at the start of all things, you never quite know where it's going to go, so stay with us and bear with us as we build this thing, and hopefully it's going to be something that's worth you know, sticking by and riding the wave together with. For now though, it's time for me to sign off. I do this every single day, and I appreciate the content. I appreciate the views and the comments and the subscribes. It's hard work having a full-time job, having a young family, and doing daily drops, but I still manage to get it out there, and I especially appreciate the support from you guys that helps me do that. And as I do this every single day, I get to say confidently at the end of every single one of my videos that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.